Life can throw some financial curveballs your way at any point, and in this sponsored segment, we talk with River Valley Credit Union about some ways to stretch your dollar during those tough times. No matter how well we plan, life can always throw some unexpected curveballs our way, and especially those things can really impact your budget. So we have Eric here from River Valley Credit Union to give us some helpful tips on what to do if your money gets tight. Thank you so much for joining us today, Eric.
Great to be here, Liza.
So tell us, last week we talked about the emergency fund. That would really help out if you end up in a situation where you're really needing something to help out with this unexpected new budget.
Absolutely. And if you missed it last week, we recommend you try to save 3 to 6 months of your living expenses, just in case you're hit with any kind of significant loss in income or any major unexpected expenses.
Now, what else can you do besides that emergency fund? Obviously, that fund is a really good idea, but there's some other options as well, right?
Yeah, you're going to need to cut your spending, but you want to be careful where you do it. You can't cut the essentials. So obviously, we all know you need your food, you need your shelter, and you need your health care, right? So keep getting your medications and take care of yourself. You also know that you need your transportation. You need a way to get to your job so you can make money. But another place folks tend to think about trimming, and we really recommend you don't, is on your insurance. Because if something bad were to happen, it's going to end up saving you money down the road.
That's very good to know. Now, also, if you're having a hard time paying bills, you should still keep funding your retirement, right?
Yeah, absolutely. While the retirement plan may not seem vital, like in the heat of the moment when you're having financial issues, it will prevent financial crisis down the road when you retire. So make sure you're contributing to that. And like we talked about last week, if your employer offers a 401k match, make sure that you're continuing to try and maximize what your employer is willing to match as much as possible.
Very smart. So also, if you are trying to cut down on your spending, what really can you cut out and kind of cut those corners on to stop spending so much money?
Really the non-essentials. You can stop eating out. You can stop all the non-essential spending, shopping. Obviously, any vacations are going to have to be put on hold while you're having financial hardship. And then, again, review your monthly subscriptions to what you've got going into streaming services or things like that. Like we said last week, review your checking account to see where your money's going, and that way you'll be able to get an idea of what is essential and what's non-essential. One essential thing that you want to make sure you're doing is make sure you continue to make your loan payments, because if you skip those loan payments, it's going to affect your credit score, and you don't want this short-term financial problem to end up affecting your credit score long term. So make sure you're making those loan payments on a regular basis.
Yeah, make sure you keep it a short-term problem rather than a long-term problem. Now,
Absolutely.
what else can our viewers really consider other than cutting out these non-essential costs?
Yeah, well, a few things. If you're having a hard time paying your bills, be proactive and reach out to your lender or your landlord or the company that you're having a hard time paying. The worst thing you can do is just don't write a check and ignore it. If you're having a hard time making those payments, reach out, because oftentimes a company will let you make a partial payment or work with you. And as long as they know you're having some trouble and you intend to pay them, then they'll be more likely to help you out along the way. And also, you might want to consider refinancing your loans. If you were to refinance some of your existing loans, you might be able to reduce those payments a little bit.
That's very helpful. Now, where can people find more information on River Valley Credit Union? Because you guys have so many great tips and ways to help people out.
Yeah, we talked about credit score, and we do have a free credit score tool as part of our online banking. It will give you real-time credit score every single week, and be able to tell you how you can fix it. And you can learn all about all of this at www.rivervalleycu.org.
Eric, thank you so much for sharing these tips with us today.
Thanks, Liza.
Of course. And this segment is sponsored by River Valley Credit Union.